thought I'd come out somewhere quiet and do my videoing, which for this, see, just a very nice cup of coffee, just out on the mountain bike, new Tri-Fit clothing, which is super comfy, but that's for a separate video. This is all about Spoked, the app. You might be using a coach, you might not be using a coach, you might dibble and dabble, you might be a coach yourself. What is Spoked? Well, if you are a coach, it's a definite threat to you. How truly can you scale your coaching to deliver bespoke training to a number of people? I've been a coach in the past, and I know how difficult it is, and Rich Lang behind Spoked is an ex-pro cyclist and professional coach, and he definitely knows. So the key thing is, Spoked is for the masses. It's not really for the pros and the elites, it's for the masses, people like you and me, where what we want to do is do a cycle and progress. So I plugged in the Spoked app, tried to use it as best I could. I'm also mixing it with my running. One of the weaknesses of Spoked is it isn't good on multi-sports, but you just have to enter the data separately and be brutally honest about how knackered you are after a long run, and then that adapts because it's got AI behind it. So based on your needs, it adapts. So I've been using it mainly on the turbo and the occasional ride outside, and of course running. It uploads workouts to things like Zwift, so you can do all that sort of stuff, so it's great that way. But the other thing as well, and TrainingPeaks, but the good thing about it is, for me, it tells me what I need to be doing every day. So it tells me what to do. I've got a goal, I've got a plan, I try and follow it as best I can. It tells me how close I've followed it. The reason I laugh is I go on RGT and get carried away, and I might go too high in intensity some days and too low in intensity. What has happened through following Spoke plan, and I thought has been pretty good self-coaching myself, is my FTP had dropped back through the pandemic. I didn't think it was wise to do too much hard stuff. I was doing mainly zone 2. So I started up it on Spoked. My FTP had fallen back to about 310, probably a little bit less. Went on Spoked, I reckon it was about 310 after I did a test, and now I'm up to 347 as of yesterday, and that's of a month using Spoked. So I think it's pretty good. Is there better stuff out there? Maybe, but this is agile. It's been built into Sprint. They've got a Discord channel where you can put feedback in, and Rich Lang constantly comes back, as others on the team, with stuff. You get stuck, quick little videos are put on there showing you what to do, and the onboarding process, as in using the app for the first time, is pretty easy. Setting up your plan on Spoked couldn't be easier. You just got to decide how much time you've got each day to train, being reasonable about for your family time, work time, all those sort of things. So it's something that's going to help you progress, but obviously isn't taking the mickey on anybody else and causing you issues elsewhere, like losing your family and losing your job, clearly, which we know some people have managed very successfully to do that, so don't do it. So you set your time, and then what happens is the AI then works out based on what you want to achieve, because it's asking you, do you want to do this just for general fitness, or if you've got a specific goal, and the artificial intelligence creates you a plan. So that's based on Rich and his colleagues and their knowledge of training, coaching, and what will help you progress. Actually shows you how well you've complied in the past with the training plan. And then what you can do is you can go through and look specifically. As I mentioned earlier, you can upload some of these files. And what you do is you upload them to Zwift or TrainingPeaks, and you can follow them on there if you want to do it that way. Or, for example, you can write it on a piece of paper and stick it to your stem and go out on your road bike. You can reflect at the start of each day on how you feel about your training too, which is really helpful. And that then helps the AI decide on whether you're fatigued or not. And what you can see here is this is me just going through my plan and trying to add something else, because what you might do is you decide to do a double day. So you've set that you'll do an hour in a day, and you find out you've got an extra hour at the end of the day. So you might have a recovery ride at the start of the day, and you might have a harder session at the end of the day, and you can add that additional plan. It does far more than Strava. What does Strava tell you, really? What does it? Well, it tells you a lot, but what does it do to help you progress? That's the questionable thing. What you might do is just compare yourself to other people, which may or may not be helpful. What this does is compares you with you and the progress you make using AI. It's pretty adaptive. What do I like about it? It's very easy to use. So that's the first thing. Second thing is adapts to my needs. And the third thing is it's pretty inexpensive. I would definitely give it a try. See what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.